Hey guys, it's Cool Night and my dad, and today is Raising a Gamer. Yeah! And today we're talking about Burnout 3.
Yeah, so Burnout 3 Takedown, made by Criterion Games, published by EA Sports. EA, sorry, not EA Sports. Burnout 3 is a great game. This game came out in 2004. So, Cool Night, you weren't even born yet. This is a game that came out when I was in college, attending the University of Utah. And it was my first introduction into the Burnout series. I hadn't played the original Burnouts, but Burnout 3 was a game that a friend had. He brought it over to my apartment, and we played this thing nonstop. Very addictive game, very fun. One of the absolute best racers, in my opinion, maybe to come out ever. Okay, even being a game from 2004, being, 13 years old, it's still an absolute blast. What are your overall thoughts on Burnout 3?
I think it's a really good game. I like crashing into cars. I like making traffic, so then you can get more points.
Like driving into oncoming traffic?
Courses are really cool. I like playing the Takedown where you can crash someone. One time I crashed someone, they floated up in the sky. It was so funny.
Yes, so this is definitely an arcade racer. It's not a simulation. It's supposed to be wacky. It's supposed to be wild, over the top. There were a lot of moments playing this together where we were giddy and we were laughing at some of just the wild things that were happening. I remember there was one time where we were doing a mode where an RV was flying on top of a convertible and then just skidding along the road, and we were just dying of laughter. Okay, so let's get into it. Burnout 3. Okay, Cool Night, let's get your thoughts. Overall, graphics, what did you think?
Good. Really good.
And I should back up and I should say, we played this, if I can grab it here. It is on the Xbox. It's also on the PlayStation 2. We don't have an original Xbox currently. Who knows?
Yeah, we have an Xbox
always
360.
garage selling. I might pick one up. But we do have an Xbox 360. It's backwards compatible. And from what we've played of it, it has been great. So graphics, you said, were good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised for a game from 2004 that it did still look really good. I mean, obviously, it's not going to look as good as a modern racer like
Battlefront
or even like another racer like Forza Horizons.
Yeah, that's really
3.
good.
It's not going to look as sharp and as beautiful as that. But it doesn't look old. It doesn't look really, like a jaggedy, pixelated game.
No, it looks more like a new game.
Yeah, it controls really smoothly.
Really easy.
And looks great. Okay, what about the music? Did anything with the music stick out to you?
It's catchy when you're doing a race. It's kind of rock and roll, helping you.
Yeah, it's definitely late 90s and early 2000s rock music, which I personally really enjoy. But as far as, I don't know that it's necessarily catchy music, it's enjoyable. But on our previous episode, we talked about Mario 64, and one of the things we mentioned is that in Mario 64, we find ourselves
catchy.
Yeah, we find ourselves humming the tunes. Yeah, not so much in this, but the music still is really good and really fitting to have kind of rock music in a very fast-paced game where you're weaving in and out of traffic and where it encourages you to be wacky and over the top. What about the controls, Cool Night? What are your thoughts there?
I think it's really easy. I learned in about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. So, and we're, like I said, we're playing on Xbox 360. This controlled really well. The right trigger is your gas. I believe the left trigger is your brake. Not that you're ever going to use a brake in a game like this. But it's one that within a matter of minutes, we knew what we were doing. So as far as the ability to pick up and play this one and to feel comfortable with controls, yeah, it was great. What's your overall thoughts on Burnout? Is there anything you didn't like about it?
I didn't like some of the ramps, or like you just hit a pole or something and went in the grass.
Okay, so some of the ramps you said you didn't like. So we should explain. There's a couple different modes in this game. There's your average, just racing. Okay, and then there's also a mode called Road Rage, which Road Rage is you have, I want to say 5 or 6 opponents. I might be getting this wrong, but you're trying to basically run them off the road and kind of be the last man standing, so to speak. And I really enjoyed the Road Rage mode. I thought you had a lot of fun with it too.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Any other thoughts? And yeah, it was really fun, or just yeah, it was really fun.
It's really good though.
Yeah.
Like I think it's better than like Fantastic.
Yeah, well, and I noticed there are a lot of times when you were doing the Road Rage mode where you were just like, Dad, you got to see this, and you were just cracking up as you almost you ram cars into walls, you ram them into other cars, and actually you can use other cars as objects. If you hit them in the back, you can make them go flying and into the other cars and take them down.
So one time, remember when I showed you about that blue van that was like going on top of a car, and then when it blew up, it hit the pole and then went off the side of the road. You could just see the blue van going into the grass.
Yeah. This game is definitely wacky and over the top. A lot of explosions all over the place. Okay, so as far as a parent's perspective on this game, it's a racing game, so the violence in the game is going to be car crashes. If that's something that you don't want your child seeing, then maybe exercise caution there. The game does have a teen rating. On the back it says for mild violence. So that was the biggest thing. It's a racer. I didn't have any problems with my 10-year-old son playing it. I thought as far as a game for us to pick up and play together, we had a lot of fun passing the controller back and forth, especially on probably our favorite mode, which was the crash mode, which, like you were mentioning earlier, ramming into poles and stuff. You get these little strips of road where it's kind of physics-based, where you try and figure out what's the way to cause
traffic.
What's the biggest way in traffic to cause the biggest crash? If you hit a semi in the back, is it going to cause them to fishtail and block both lanes of traffic? Then all the cars are going to hit. You really have to look at each and every level individually and figure out what's the best way to approach this. And there might be a lot of different ways. There might be ramps, like you said. There might be speed bursts, oncoming traffic, or intersections. And that was great. Each of us take a turn, pass it back to the other person, and then let them have a try at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your overall grade for Burnout 3 Takedown?
I'm going to give it an A.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. This game is fantastic. This is one that I still plan on playing more long after we've moved on to other games. What about you?
Yeah, I'll keep on playing it.
Yeah, definitely. And we're not just saying that for the video, because when we were getting set up for this video and the computer was being a little bit slow, one of the things that Cool Knight was saying was, hey, Dad, let's just go play some Burnout while we're waiting. Let's go play some Burnout. I think he said that like 10 times. Let's go play Burnout. Let's go play Burnout. So Burnout 3 Takedown, definitely recommend it. Now, once again, this is a older Xbox game or PS2 game, so your best bet on finding this would probably be a yard sale or eBay or Amazon. And I would say a fair going price for this game is probably around $10. You might be able to find it cheaper, maybe in the $5 range, but if you can find it for $10, definitely worth it. It would be worth it for $20, but the going rate's probably closer to 10. So I definitely recommend Burnout 3. It's an A on both of our grading scales. So there you have it. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.